And this is how you'd essentially fulfill on your service or your physical product. So fulfillment's gonna be the last thing in the whole entire process. So you have your offer, you got traffic to your offer, and successfully got a customer. Now it's time to actually fulfill for these people. And this is gonna depend on business to business. When a barber, completes that process, the last thing is obviously the haircut. The last thing for an e-commerce brand would be something like delivering the actual product at the doorstep. A real estate equity firm, it would just be something like a return for the actual investors, and for a software, it's just the actual software at the end. So what are some ways you can basically capitalize off of fulfillment in its fullest form? So one of the things you want to do is you want to deliver the deliverables as soon as possible. Whether you can deliver as soon as possible or not, you basically want to have post-purchase messaging. Now, post-purchase messaging is a way to hedge against churn and hedge against people with cold feet, especially if you're selling an expensive product where people can just like charge back or like maybe like change their minds. You want to hedge against remorse by sending them post-purchase messaging. You can do this via email, via maybe a letter, via a SMS message. These are just ways to basically hedge against people, churning or maybe just getting cold feet and just asking for a refund and just canceling the order or canceling the whole entire service. In this messaging, you want to confirm scope, the timeline, the delivery, and results that people get when they actually purchase your thing. You basically want to set the record straight and remind them of what they're actually getting when they actually purchase it. You might have covered it already, but you want to make sure that you say it again so they're actually filled in and they don't actually forget. When you have a checklist in place, you can basically be like, okay, I have to do this, 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 and that, and make sure everything's basically taken care of. Track feedback of the people who are actually receiving your deliverables. Make sure that everything is good, what you can actually improve on. You basically want to do all this so you can basically improve the whole entire delivery process. Keep track of things like when the actual deliverables kick off. So basically, as soon as they're sold, what happens at this stage? You want to track what happens at this stage, when it's actually in progress. So basically, if it's on the way to them or it's in the process of being delivered, whether it's a service or a physical product, you want to track that. Review is just basically because before it's actually delivered, is it actually all good to basically be delivered? And then you have done where the actual deliverables are actually delivered completely. You want to have some form of SOPs, so basically similar to the actual checklist. That's an example of an SOP where you have standard operating procedures for how you actually deliver your service. It's going to make your life a lot easier, and quality control before actually delivering the actual service. Every single one of these businesses has some form of SOPs, whether they are delivering a physical product or they're just a barber. Everyone has their form of SOPs, and it's better to basically systemize it, put it into a template, and basically follow it so it can make your life a lot easier. And this is how you'd essentially fulfill on your service or your physical product.